Hello, good morning and welcome to today's episode of True Potential's Morning Markets. In today's video, we would like to review the latest Bank of Japan interest rate policy decision. Overnight, we received news on the Bank of Japan's latest monetary policy decision. Now, for context, the Bank of Japan had been the only central bank applying negative interest rates within its economy, so they had been set at negative 0.1%. And overnight, the bank has actually changed this. So interest rates in the region now range between 0 and 0.1%. Now, that might not seem like a significant change. However, it's the first interest rate rise that the bank has done in 17 years, and it will be the first time that the region has moved out of negative interest rates in 8 years. So back in 2016, negative interest rates were first applied within the region. The bank also had used a number of unconventional monetary policy techniques, things such as yield curve control, where the bank looks to buy government bonds to cap their yields, and also they were purchasing equity ETFs. Now, the bank are going to step away from both of those practices. However, within yield curve control, they're going to still look to buy bonds at the long end of the curve to keep those yields capped. Now, why has the bank decided to do this? What has given them the confidence to change? Well, the bank now has more confidence that it can hit its 2% inflation target on a sustainable basis. In previous videos, we've talked about members of the Bank of Japan watching wage inflation, and we're starting to see changes within that come through. There's been a number of union labour agreements come through where staff are going to see significant wage rises within the region of 7%. So that's what's given the bank more confidence that wage inflation could then lead through into more sustainable price inflation. Now, given the change, how have markets reacted to that? Well, actually, they've been rather muted. The Bank of Japan had done a relatively good job in guiding markets previously before the decision was made that this was where they were looking to go with monetary policy. So starting with bond yields first, that was the asset class where we saw the least amount of moves. So yields only moved within 2 to 3 basis points. The currency, that moved a little bit more, weaker on the day by about 0.5%. And that was due to the bank not really giving any indication in terms of when a second interest rate rise is likely to come. And finally, in equities, they actually rose during the day, up about 1% if we look at the Topix index, and that was just due to the weaker currency that we saw on the day. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching today's episode, and we'll catch you again tomorrow.